Good afternoon. My name is Robert Clark, Supervisory Deputy U.S. Marshal for the Eastern District of Pennsylvania Violent Crimes Fugitive Task Force here in Philadelphia. I'm here today to update you on the fugitive investigation of escapee Alleem Bordan and to announce a $2,500 cash reward for anyone who provides information which leads directly to Bordan's arrest. As always, the reward will be processed immediately upon arrest, and your information will remain anonymous. Tips can be called into 1-866-865-TIPS or 8477 or at www.usmarshals.gov. On February 25th, Alleem Bordan was arrested by the Philadelphia Police Department. On February 26th, at 4:40 a.m., Bordan was taken to Episcopal Hospital after complaining of pain, and at 6:42 a.m., upon being discharged, Bordan fled from officers. At 6:58 a.m., video surveillance confirmed Bordan walking onto the 2700 block of Hope Street, and Bordan then entered a residence. At 7:11 a.m., Bordan exited the residence, still in his restraints. Bordan then entered a gold Honda and was driven off the block. A warrant was obtained that evening by Philadelphia's East Detective Division, charging Bordan with escape. Yesterday morning, the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force was delegated this escape warrant. A thorough review of all the intelligence obtained by Philadelphia Police East detectives was conducted, as well as a review of Bordan's criminal history. As a result of the background and administrative work conducted by investigators, deputies developed a known address Bordan frequents in the 5300 block of West Columbia Avenue. At 3:15 p.m. yesterday, approximately 10 Marshal Service personnel approached the Columbia Avenue residence and knocked and announced their presence. Immediately after knocking, a male matching Bordan's description sprinted out of the back of the residence and jumped down a 30-foot embankment onto the SEPTA train tracks. The male ran north on the tracks, and investigators were unable to cut off his avenue of escape. After interviewing the occupants of the residence, it was confirmed Alleem Bordan was the male who fled. A track in the direction Bordan fled was attempted by Philadelphia's K-9 unit and Marshal Service investigators with negative results. Since Bordan fled, there have been no other confirmed sightings of Alleem Bordan. Bordan's flight again signifies his desperateness, and Bordan's criminal history shows a history of fleeing and eluding police. Through our investigation, we have developed information Bordan has access to firearms, may have mental health issues, and is a known narcotics user. Due to these factors, we are considering Bordan possibly armed, dangerous, and undoubtedly desperate. As with the 7 previous escape cases this task force has successfully investigated over the past year and a half, we will use every available resource and investigative tool to hunt Alleem Bordan down and bring him back into custody as safely as possible. Yeah, any questions?
Are there any charges for the house you knocked on, the people that were driving the gold Honda, those in the house?
No. Nope, there's no charges for anyone from the house yesterday. The gold Honda is still being investigated, but as of now, there's no other charges other than the escape warrant that was issued for Alleem Bordan on the day of the escape.
Do you think he had help escaping?
I don't know. You mean as far as when he fled from the police officers?
Yeah, and had a plan?
I don't. I think that was just an act of desperateness, taking advantage of being able to run away from some officers. I'm not sure if he had a plan. I can provide you, hopefully, at the end of the presser here, some video of Alleem Bordan coming out of a residence on Hope Street. He's still in those restraints, and when he gets in that gold vehicle, and we know somebody opened the car door for him because he was in those restraints, and then he gets in the car and then exit off the Hope Street block.
Yesterday, was he still in restraints? Do we know that?
He was not. When he fled out the residence, he was not in restraints.
Were the people who were in the house on Columbia Avenue family or of any relation?
They were just associates. They were not family members.
The police had said the first day that he is known to be in that West Philadelphia area. Is that about where they thought that you'd see him? Is that about?
Yeah, he has history in West Philadelphia, but the residence that we uncovered that we believed he frequented, that's not in the same area that he has had previous address history.
Have you guys found the car?
Have we found the car, the Gord Honda?
The vehicle that he,
Gord Honda has been located.
okay.
Is the area of focus in West Philly, or is there an area of focus now as we head into another day of searching for him?
So we're literally here in day 2. The Marshal Service has only had this for 1 full day. And just to be so close yesterday is heartbreaking that we weren't able to get him. But you have to remember that residence was just a place he was known to frequent, that he's been spotted at before. Otherwise, instead of having 10 personnel coming out, we probably would have brought 20 or 30 personnel to make sure that he didn't get out. And the other thing that hampered us yesterday was the weather. At 3:15 yesterday, it was extreme weather, raining hard, cloud cover, and the embankment that he jumped down, we had investigators there, but it wasn't worth their safety to jump down that embankment. He's a desperate man, so I clearly see why he tried to escape and jump down to the train tracks, but it just wasn't worth the safety of any of my officers to take that jump and to try to pursue him.
What's the plan moving forward? It's supposed to be bad weather again tonight.
We have a lot of investigative activity going on right now, and we're hoping to get another confirmed sighting. Our investigators are not new to these escape cases. We've investigated, I think this is number 8 now in the past year and a half. So we have plenty of talented experience downstairs, Philadelphia police officers, Philadelphia detectives, deputy U.S. Marshals. The same team that you've seen investigate these escapees time and time again are now looking for Alleem Bordan. And I am highly, highly confident that we're going to bring him into custody in a reasonable time frame.
What advice do you have for people that encounter him?
Call 911. Call your local police department. Don't try to attempt to restrain him yourself. As you can see on 2 times, he's already escaped from police, so I doubt civilians would be able to restrain him. Just call your local police department or call our tip line. Let us know what residence he goes into, what corner store, where he's hanging out, how do you know him. Those types of tips are invaluable to us.
You said he may have access to firearms. Where did that come in? Where is that from?
Through our history, through our background investigation, he's had some firearm charges. There are some other things I don't want to discuss right now that suggest he has access to firearms, but not saying he's presently armed and dangerous. If you noticed, I said it's possible that he's armed and dangerous. Possible that he's armed.
Okay. Where would you, I don't know if you can elaborate, where would he be able to have access to weapons just from the...
There's stuff in his history that suggests he's had access to weapons in the past. So we just want to make it as safe as we can for all our officers. Any unsuspecting officer who tries to arrest him, don't just think that this is a drug addict walking the streets. He has history of fleeing, eluding. He's been arrested for escape before. He has aggravated assault in his history, and he should be treated with the utmost caution.
You said you've only had this for 1 day, even though it's 2 days he's out. But you usually pretty early on have an idea if they're still in the area or they're not. What do you think of this guy?
We're not prepared to comment right now. We have a lot of investigation going on, and I don't want to compromise any of our ongoing investigation. If I said, well, he's out of the area, we think he's in Florida, that compromises everything that we're doing. So at this point, I'm just going to say we're waiting for another confirmed sighting. We have a team of talented investigators working around the clock, and like I said before, I'm very, very confident we're going to be able to bring him in custody in a reasonable amount of time.
Can you talk about I know you mentioned he doesn't have handcuffs on, or as of yesterday he didn't. Did he change his appearance at all? Clothing, I know he had a beard. Did any of that change from the eyes you guys had on?
I believe in the video I can send you, when he walks out of the Hope Street house, he had all black on, black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Yesterday when he fled, he was wearing all black again. So whether or not that's the same black sweatsuit, I don't know. But now on a couple of occasions, we've witnessed him wearing all black.
You said there was no arrest at the Hope Street location. Were you able to talk to anybody that was there, or was it just...
I'll leave that up. East detectives are still investigating because they're looking into the escape itself. So the U.S. Marshal Service hasn't interviewed everybody. That was historical information for us, still very valuable information, but we didn't look into that any further because there were ongoing developments yesterday that we were concentrating on.
His previous escape in Cambria County, any similarities to this? How long was he on the run? Can you comment on that at all?
That I don't know. I saw the escape charge in his detailed criminal history. I didn't get the details of it exactly. So just yesterday, things started progressing so fast. I mean, we got the case late morning yesterday, and we're knocking on doors by 3:15, and it's just, once again, heartbreaking that he was able to elude us yesterday, but, you know, we're going to continue to pursue him.
Have you spoken to the driver driver or owner of the gold car?
Which car?
The gold car?
Yeah, we have ruled that gold Honda out of play. It's no longer pertinent in our investigation. I'll just leave it at that. Any other questions?
Will you send video out?
Yeah, I'm going to try. I just have the video. Maybe I can try to share it to link. I was hoping to get it as an attachment. It's about 20 seconds, and what you'll see is Mr. Bordan, I believe, go into the house, come out of a house, get in a vehicle. Or maybe, I'm sorry, he's just coming out of the residence, getting in a vehicle. Somebody opens the door for him to get in the vehicle because he's still in restraints, and that vehicle drives off. But I will try to get you that as soon as we're done here.
So that video is from the original, the first day.
That video is from Hope Street, correct, shortly after he escaped. All right, thank you.
One more question, did you have, the last name Bordan was A?
B-O-R-D-A-N.
Yeah, what's the actual, what's it?